Good afternoon. Welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. Are you always armed? Why not? Was building this roof on this porch, and I was wearing a pair of cut-off Levi's, no t-shirt, pair of combat boots, catching a tan, had my tool belt on, it's got suspenders on it, and my neighbor drives up on his four-wheeler. He had been helping me. And we get to talking a little bit, and he sees a Glock on my belt, on my shorts. He goes, "What are you afraid of? That you have to have a gun," is kind of what he was implying. I said, "I'm not afraid of anything." That was 2014, 5 years ago. So today, I am about a quarter mile away from the house, mowing. I have a push lawnmower. I was mowing where I put in the lumber mill. I need some speaking fluid. Did you know bourbon is keto? And so I was down there mowing. And I don't carry my phone around with me. I just don't do it. And my wife and daughter were here, and they took off. And sometime later, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm covered in grass on my arms, and I come back, and I check my phone. I always check my phone when I get back. And my wife had left a note in our little note place, and it said, "Hey, ran to the store with our daughter, the Neo Hermetess. We'll be back at this time. And oh, by the way, there was a blue pickup truck with a weird Hispanic couple sitting in it at our neighbor's gate." I'm like, huh, that's interesting. I'm thinking first thing, what does weird mean? Because being Hispanic is not weird, and my wife doesn't think being Hispanic is weird. So there's something going on there. And I'm like, huh. And I'm starting to think about that. Meanwhile, I'm shedding clothing. And quite literally, I'm going to sit in front of the fan in my boxers and cool down, right? And I poured a big glass of ice water. I'm reloading the fluids. I had just checked a comment that one of y'all made on my keto post and said, you know, something about maintain your electrolytes or something like that. And I hear my dogs go off. Ooh! And we usually keep one outside and one inside. The outside dog's going off, the inside dog's going off. I'm like, huh? I let the inside dog out, reinforcements, and there's a vehicle coming down our hill. And I'm thinking, they wouldn't bark like that if it was my wife coming back. Better put some clothes on. So I throw this on, and I see a white pickup truck pull up, and I thought it was my neighbor at whose house, which she lives about a half mile from here, whose house the pickup truck with the weird Hispanic couple was. And so I come walking out, but I don't know it's him. I just think it's him because he has a white truck like that. And I'm like, no, it's not him, but, you know, I've got a Glock and I can shoot better than most people. I'm not totally afraid. It's only one person. And then as I get closer, I see it's the neighbor who came when I was working on the roof that I just told you about. And I say, "What's going on?" And I walk up to his truck. The first thing I notice is he has a handgun on, which he rarely does. The second thing I notice, he's got a shorty shotgun sitting on the seat next to him. He goes, "You doing all right?" I said, "I'm fine, man. What's up?" Because this neighbor doesn't usually carry guns, I thought. And he said, "Well, your wife called me or texted me and was worried about you. And there's evidently a weird truck driving around down here, a blue truck. Did it come down this way?" I said, "No, but I appreciate the hell out of you, one, coming down here, and two, coming down loaded for bear." That's good neighbors right there. Yes, sir. And so we had a nice neighborly chat, talked about neighborhood security some more, talked about some things, and he has some things going on in his life right now, so he's always armed, which I'm happy. He goes, "You're always armed, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yep." It's like, well, that's good. You can never be sure. And I'm thinking, wow, we've come a long way in 5 years. I didn't say anything, though. Yeah. Stuff happens, even out in the country. I don't know who those people were yet. I'll be talking to the neighbor whose gate they were parked at next time I'm up there, I'll stop and say, hey, and he'll tell me the deal. We kind of keep an eye on each other out here. Evidently, he was home, and the blue truck wasn't there when my other neighbor came through, because I said, is he okay? And he said, yeah. Just stuff in the country. Meanwhile, everything else is fine. Look what I'm looking at. I know, messy porch. We're getting there. Hey, real quick, because I'm not sure how much this thing's going to record before it cuts off. Tomorrow, got a brother coming over. We're going to work on the Avocottage solar system. Going to knock that out. My wife found some more stacked rounds of wood today. Oh, yay. So probably the next day I'll be working on that. So work continues here on the homestead. Keep your finger on the pulse, keep your eye on the news, check it a couple times a day. Things could change. I just topped off all my gas tanks because I think gas is going to go up in price. First thing that pops, it will. All right, that was a quickie. Y'all take care. Be careful. I'll see you out there.